Greetings, land of YouTube. Bitcoin trying to break resistance. It kind of has done it, but it kind of hasn't. It's not officially there. This could just turn. This is the daily chart. This could just turn into another wick. Tomorrow we could wake up and this could be all the way back down here under 40,000. Maybe not that far, but you know what I mean. This whole candle here that right now is actually sticking up above out of that resistance zone just a touch. Could just be a wick. Well, Bitcoin's fighting for it. It's pretty impressive, really, considering the bill that the Senate's going to be finalizing, I think tomorrow, Saturday, before they go on a 5-week vacation. I'm pretty sure they're passing a must pass bill. And I'll get to that here in a second. But first, I got these support lines drawn in here. I have 3 of them, if you notice. I have the middle one here from the top of this candle, just August 1st, at 42,717. I've got another one drawn in from way back here, January 8th, 42,098. And then I've got another one here, bottom of this wick on February 28th at 43,039. We are currently sitting at 43,203. So it really hasn't broke out, right? You're looking for Bitcoin to flip resistance and turn into support. That hasn't happened, but it's given it a go. It is definitely broken outside of the trend line. That's surprising to me. This is the first time when Bitcoin's had a major pump and a major dump. This is actually the first time where it's recovered so quickly and then proceeded to pump past the original pump. See, back here, here, 4, 5, 6. It's weird. It's really strange because this pump is happening directly on all this news, right? The United States Senate's literally on the verge of passing a bill that could be devastating to the crypto market. The White House, Joe Biden, agrees with at least part of it, it would appear. I don't know if it's the entire terrible part, but it's that amendment they're talking about. But they're going to fiddle with the words. And there's a couple other things going on, like Binance is caving in to regulation. Trust Asia and Europe, Cayman Islands. So personally, I think this is good. So a lot of this is good, needs to be done. Hopefully, it's just not too painful. Like Binance has decreased their maximum leverage from 100x to 20x, and so that's a lot of the problem, right? With what we've been seeing, and that's just really annoying to me. That's one of the reasons why when Elon Musk tweeted here that people just started selling off and there's way over leverage, right? There's just way too much leverage in here. So back on June 23rd, Kraken totally cut off their margin and leverage program to non-accredited investors. Kraken only had up to 5x to begin with, but they totally eliminated that from their platform. So I'd be happy if all these places got rid of 100x. This is stupid. But what it does to the overall market when a sell-off begins, it's just an unstable, almost a carnival-like game, right? Bitcoin has turned into kind of a joke because of it. I don't mean to use harsh language, but it's just kind of childish, for lack of a better word, right? You want Bitcoin to be a financial reserve on a planetary scale of some sorts. You can't have this, right? 100% pumps, 50% dumps, 60% dump. Just if you understood how much leverage was in through here right now that we're dealing with, there could be a major sell-off. This thing could dump down. That could be a 30% dump right now. It's just a lot of that has to do with that over leverage, and so Binance has eliminated a lot of theirs. This is a real thing. This is not FUD. This is a real story. And earlier today, I saw that the good news, a few senators stepped up and amended the bill, the wording, to clarify the expansion of the definition of a broker. that does not apply to open source software developers or validators like miners or stakers. So the there was some people really trying to sneak in a devastating blow to the cryptocurrency industry, right? This is a must pass infrastructure bill that's basically going to pass. It has to be done, and they're trying to sneak this into it. And so this was the good news, right? They introduced an amendment, and there was progress there, and it sounded like they're going to get changed. But then it was just another amendment was introduced by some other senators that would make the original bill even worse. So it's not decided yet. As far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments, but Saturday, tomorrow, I'm making this video Friday, August 6th in the evening. Saturday, August 7th, I'm pretty sure, is when they're going to pass this infrastructure bill. It's HR 3684. I don't think it's been decided yet. And then with the White House coming out and saying they actually back the original part of it. I'm not sure how it's going to be worded. They can probably do the text deal without messing with the word broker. So I'm not sure how it's going to play out, but it's just strange, right? Because Bitcoin is so sketchy when it comes to just stupid news. It's just a joke, right? Like this person said this and this person said that, and it's like a 20% dump or 20% pump. It strikes me odd, right? My last couple of videos, it strikes me odd that we've basically went from 39,000 to 43,000 directly on top of this situation, right? And there's also lots of other things out there, like BlockFi is getting punked down by some regulation, and it's serious stuff. It's not FUD. It's legitimate things, right? It's not just some stupid tweet by somebody. It's just stupid. It's not even, doesn't even make sense, right? This is real stuff. There's also the SEC commissioner is on top of all this, right? Is calling cryptocurrency a threat to national security. And a lot of this has validity because there's a lot of crap out there. I'm sorry, I don't have a better way to say it, but there's just total crap out there in the cryptocurrency market without a doubt. So it does need to be stomped out, right? So, it just has to happen. I'm not talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum and saying, like, I'm not talking about the good stuff. I'm talking about the junk, the garbage, right? There's definitely garbage and junk and scammers, and just look at the comment sections of Bitcoin videos on YouTube, and it's just full. It's just scammer ridden, infested junk, and YouTube can't even do anything about it. So it's just awful. There is awful stuff around it. It just strikes me odd that Bitcoin is so strong, trying to pump through this resistance, and there hasn't been a sell-off. So a lot of this might be leverage and hype. So be careful if there is finally a rejection. Be careful over the weekend with news of what happens with that bill. It could be good news, and maybe that puts us above, but we're kind of in the middle zone here. If you look at this, you see how basically up on top and below the pink tri-level band I have in there, it's a clear and obvious resistance and support. So it hasn't done it yet. Bitcoin's not done it yet. It's giving it a go. It's giving it a go for sure. It's 43,203, 208, 209, stuck, sitting right there. The good thing is if they do force all this over leveraged stuff out of this market, that's a plus. That's awesome for everyone. Hopefully the bad stuff can get fixed and the good stuff can stay. But Bitcoin's Bitcoin. It's basically impossible to stop Bitcoin long term, no matter what anyone does. So it's a powerful invention and it's a powerful technology. I think it would only benefit Bitcoin to have a little regulation in the proper places. I think it would only benefit Bitcoin greatly to get rid of the over leverage stuff. It's a problem. Over leverage is a problem. It's kind of dragging Bitcoin down. It's kind of dragging Bitcoin's name through the mud a little. This isn't cool to watch, man. I had I was using like super light leverage through here, and right here I was really far ahead, and I didn't think this market could dump the way it did through here. So I wasn't using stop loss, and I was at like 1.6 leverage, and I got wiped out. Right, that's the first time I had been liquidated like that, and I didn't think I needed to have a stop loss in place. So I was underwater, but I'm just too stubborn to take a loss. And I didn't think 1.6 leverage could get liquidated, but it did. And that's my fault for not having a stop loss in place and accepting a loss. But it's also just stupid that a market like Bitcoin could fall down almost 60%, right? And that's because of that over leverage. So in my opinion, it's just a plus, right? These massive short squeezes and these massive long squeezes will be put to an end when you eliminate the super high leverage. Now they will still occur, but it'll be more balanced, right? It'll be more stable. When that happens, it will attract more big pocket investors to start hodling, and that's what we want, right? We want supply crisis. We want to drive the price of Bitcoin up to $1 million, and I think it's impossible for Bitcoin to have a super, stratospheric price. I think it's impossible with high leverage because money's constantly being drained out of this market, right? Just over and over and over and over. So I think we should all probably be rooting for a lot of the super high leverage to be totally taken out of this market. And I think that would only greatly benefit crypto as a whole and give it a better name for the future when the public wants to look at it. But anyways, I'm just kind of yammering now. But here, Bitcoin's trying it, man. It's definitely busted out of the trend line, and it definitely closed the one daily candle outside of it. And we'll see. We'll see if this next one turns into a wick or a red candle or what it's going to do. But it's right there. It hasn't flipped it, right? It's testing it. It's poking up through it, right? But it has not flipped it, and that's what you're looking for, to get up above and turn it into support. So it's impressive. I think it's impressive that it's doing this at this time. Of course, that's kind of ominous. Why is it doing it? Is this a setup for a massive dump now, or what? And that's kind of the problem with the high leverage, right? You just gotta sit on the edge of your seat and chew your fingernails and sit there and stress out over, is it going to be a massive dump or a massive pump, right? How about a nice stable gradual increase in price over the next 2 decades, right? Make all the early investors wealthy. How about that? But anyways, the yammering continues. I'll let you get going. Thanks for watching.